Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about Soulja Boy. Now, Soulja Boy is out here dissing Kanye West, man. And it seems like he's just added to the list of other rappers who are out here dissing Kanye West, man. And it all seems to stem from the release of his album called Donda. Now, Kanye West shocked the world yesterday when he snuck in the release of his album Donda on Sunday and made sure to make some waves at the same time, man. Now, I will admit, artists have been coming out the woodworks to diss Kanye West after the release of Donda, man. And I don't know what it is. I think it's his personal relationships with these artists and other things that we don't know that's in the background. But obviously, a lot of people are upset. But nobody has been more vocal than Soulja Boy. And he's taken to social media to vent about not being on the album and how he feels about Kanye going forward, man. And Soulja Boy doesn't spare anything. He takes jabs at Kanye's relationship and how he conducts himself in the music business. And he talks about Kanye just as a general person, man, and how he felt slighted. Now, to be perfectly honest, man, some of this seems like it's coming from a place of hurt. But before we get to the article, man, that I want to discuss about this and about the other artists that are dissing Kanye, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this Soulja Boy situation. We got Chris Brown dissing Kanye West. We even got Donald Glover, man. You know, Childish Gambino dissing Kanye West, man. And it's all about this album Donda, man. Now, what's good news, because I don't want to just leave with all bad news, it seems like Donda's going to do pretty good out there, man. It's looking like the record sales are coming in crazy. I'm talking about like the 300,000 mark and stuff like that, man. So it's looking good for Kanye in that aspect. But it looks like there's a lot of relationships that he's broken up with himself and artists in the industry. And some of these guys are well established, man. Now, there's a story from allhiphop.com that I want to reference. And the headline says this. It says, Chris Brown, Donald Glover, and Soulja Boy all take shots at Kanye. Now, the story continues by saying Kanye West's long-awaited Donda album is finally here, and fans around the world rejoice. However, it appears that not everyone is so pleased, and a few of Ye's peers took to their socials to vent their frustrations. Now, when it comes to the general feel of the album and how people are perceiving it, it seems like there's people who have rushed to say this album is a classic and put it out there early as that. Then there's people who absolutely hate this album. But regardless, man, the chances to be on a project this big doesn't come around often, so you got to kind of understand where some of the artists are coming from if they feel like they weren't represented well or they feel like they weren't represented at all. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, Soulja Boy was first, because of course he was, claiming he got left off the album after Ye had reached out and asked him to be on it. He shared what he says are screenshots of text messages between him and Kanye. Yeezy asked Soulja to appear on Donda and in an ad campaign for Gap. Kanye also tells the Crank That rapper that he loves him and calls him a genius. Now, this is a post from Soulja Boy's account on social media, and basically this is the text communication between him and Kanye, I believe. Now, in it, you can see their exchange. It says, man, crazy. And it said, you in Atlanta? And it said, thanks, fam. Nah, I'm in LA. And it says, can you come to Atlanta? And it says, depend when and what for my birthday. In 2 days doing a party. And he said, we here for another 10 days and happy birthday. So it looks like a communication between him and Kanye. No problem there, right? Now, Soulja claims to have sent a verse for the song Remote Control, which now features Young Thug instead of him, right? Now, Soulja Boy posted this also on social media where it says, I don't know how to feel. Kanye sent me that song Remote Control and I don't hear my verse on it. And he said, expletive that cat, you know what I mean? And basically dissing Kanye. Also, this was followed by criticism from Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown basically put out a post calling Kanye West out his name, man. Basically calling him out his name. And that post has since been deleted off of social media. But, man, it made waves and had both of their names pretty much trending all over social media. Because, you know, as soon as he put it up there, people are going to screenshot it immediately. And, you know, it never leaves. You know what I mean? Also, you had Donald Glover, who's one half of Childish Gambino, and he came out and said something, man. He put out this post where he says, "I love being influential." And then fans were quick to respond, pointing out the similarity between the artwork for Glover's Childish Gambino album, 13/5/20, and Donda, where he had just a blank square. It's similar to what Kanye West had for Donda, where he had a black blank square. So it looks like all these people are coming out at Kanye and dissing him, but Kanye wasn't going to leave it there. He said, forget it. I want to at least say something, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people were expecting the album to be released on Friday anyway. They thought he was going to go with the head-to-head with Drake. And people were wondering what happened to that. You know, it would have been a good battle. So Kanye did this, and this is what the story said. It says, Kanye himself has a problem with the album. Taking to Instagram to shout in all caps, Universal put my album out without my approval, and they blocked Jail 2 from being on the album. So basically there's a song called Jail 2, and that was the version that was supposed to feature DaBaby. And he's saying that Universal put the album out without his approval, and they blocked the song Jail 2 from being on there. So adding to the controversy. Now the story ends by saying this. It says the only other post on his Instagram page is an image of Kim Kardashian in a wedding dress, presumably from the Donda listening event. Curiously, his profile picture is still the loading icon, suggesting the project is still well loading. You know what I mean? So maybe we can see some changes in the Donda album coming in the future. Now, it seems like everybody else settled down, but Soulja Boy continued dissing Kanye, man. So today, there was another article released, and the headline said this. It said, Soulja Boy threatens to knock out Kanye West over Donda beef. Now, we know Soulja Boy gets out of hand sometimes on social media, and it's a lot of trolling. He really doesn't mean a lot of these things that he says. He just does it for the attention, right? Well, it looks like he's still upset about the situation, and the story continues by saying this. It says, rapper Soulja Boy is still fuming mad at Kanye West after the Chicago rapper cut his verse from his latest album, Donda. Now, it continues by saying, according to Soulja Boy, he was supposed to be on a song called Remote Control, which we already know about, and he got replaced by Young Thug. You know, Young Thug's verse was used instead of his. Now, Donda was released yesterday, and it's surrounded with a whole bunch of controversy. You know, you had the baby situation, you had all these other artists calling Kanye out, and then you had Chris Brown, what he said or whatnot. But it seems like Soulja Boy wasn't done, man. So this morning, he put out a post on social media. And in that post, he went to calling Kanye all out his name and all sorts of stuff. So he said this. He said, on God, use a explicitive, Kanye West. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying, I'll knock you out, G. You know what I mean? Basically letting him know that he's ready for the fisticuffs. Now, Kanye West has never touted himself as a gangster or even the type of guy who could get physical at any time or any point, you know? So I'm pretty sure Kanye West is probably looking at all this hoopla from Soulja Boy and thinking not much of it, man. So you have a couple of people also like Cowboy who have come out and said some things, but it looks like, man, hopefully all this drama dies and everybody just gets to enjoy the album, man, because Soulja Boy went on another rant where he said some things about, you know, Kanye West's relationship that were kind of, man, there were some low blows. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, this isn't the first time Soulja Boy has been cut by Kanye West. Soulja was supposed to appear on the song RoboCop with Kanye on his hit 2008 album, 808s and Heartbreaks. And in quotations, it said he did the same on RoboCop. When Amber Rose was in the studio years ago, I hate working with this dude. He needs help seriously. Soulja Boy fumed. Also in quotes, it says, if he didn't like the verse, he should have said that, don't text me acting like you messed with it, then secretly take it off. What kind of stuff is that? I was working on my album too. I don't got time to waste for this, you know what I mean? And Soulja Boy said. Now, it seems like Soulja's problem is, you know, Kanye West leading him on into thinking that he was going to be on the album and also wasting his time. Now, you actually got to feel for Soulja in that situation because, you know, if he's in album mode, his time is valuable. So that makes sense, man. But hopefully this doesn't add up to anything and these cats can go back to doing what they do and everybody could just go back to enjoying the album if they do like it. And the folks who don't like it can probably move on because it looks like it's going to be a big week anyway with Drake dropping, you know what I mean? Now, with that, this been your boy. Hold up. What do you guys think about this situation? Do you think that Soulja Boy is, crying over spilled milk, or do you think that he has a valid point when he's saying all this? You know what I mean? He expected it to be on the album. He wanted to be included, and he was dropped once again, and it wasn't the first time. So he has a reason to feel like he should vent. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.